The urgency of the presidential election has been matched with potent imagery. Tina Fey as Sarah Palin asking for a lifeline. You'd like to phone a friend? Less generously, Palin as McCain's female Sancho Panza, as declared by conservative columnist George Will. And now in our #1 story in the countdown, McCain as Gollum in Lord of the Rings, bringing his own set of brush strokes, comedian Richard Lewis presently. It's not his name. It's never mind. The easiest McCain caricature morphing as perceived by New York Times columnist Gail Collins. Remember how we used to joke about John McCain looking like an old guy yelling at kids to get off his lawn? It's only in retrospect that we can see that the keep off the grass period was the McCain campaign's golden era. Now he's beginning to act like one of those movie characters who steals the wrong ring and turns into a troll. During the last debate, while he was wandering around the stage, you almost expected to hear him start muttering, "We wants it. We needs it, must have the precious." Here is promised, my friend, comedian Richard Lewis, whose Misery Loves Company tour, let's do this at the start just in case I don't get another chance, in case I never say another word in this. The Misery Loves Company tour will be in Washington, D.C. on Saturday.
The Listener Auditorium, by the way.
Okay, and
George Washington University.
Raleigh, West Palm, Atlanta, and then New York.
Back to Town Hall,
on January 17th.
I don't care. I'm caring about this. How are you? You look fabulous.
Well, I'm a little under the weather, but I'm glad.
Now listen, I don't have a lot of time. I spent 20 hours on the plane thinking about this 3 minutes, so I've already wasted time. Let me start with this. I thought Wasilla was a yeast infection I got at Ohio State from a woman I shouldn't have been. Okay? Here's the deal.
Yes.
I'm not here. I know all the talking points. I know all the. I'm a Democrat. I was a Democrat. Well, I am. I'm a Democrat because I was raised by a family that were tolerant, and I was a New Yorker. Moved to Englewood, which was the hotbed of the civil rights movement. This is what I want to focus on. Look. You know, first, John McCain is not a maverick. James Garner is maverick. Let's just say. No, the maverick to me, like years ago when Hagel came out against. These are the cats in the Republican Party. I love these guys. I don't know. I probably, I know the Republican platform, so I'm sure I wouldn't like with the Hagel and what Chris did, in Florida. These guys and some of these, these right-wing, these neocon writers. These guys are more maverick now than this guy will ever be. Sure, he had some great moments, but this is so surreal that it's frightening me. When I watch a debate, I watch it with look, just like some Republicans would watch and cheer for the vice president's debate. They were cheering her, okay, when she would say to Gwen Ifill, "I'm not going to answer that question." Yeah, I'm sure they went nuts.
Break the rules. That's right. Break the rules. That's a maverick.
So I was watching, and you know how The Sopranos, when anyone would come to a table at the Bada Bing and say something mean, they go, "Whoa!" I started doing that. So for an hour and a half, when she would say, "I'm not going to answer that because I don't need to." Whoa! We did The Sopranos. We counted 190. Whoa!
Oh,
and I said, "Wait a minute. I know you vote for the president." And I was watching Reverend Jackson and I think someone had said it. I follow 4 intellectuals. I love Gil Stratton and 2 donkeys, and now you have a Jew monkey come on. I appreciate it. I'm not an intellectual, but I'm here as an American, not as a Democrat. When I was a little boy in Englewood, and I was putting on TV in the late 50s and early 60s, and watching those heroes and hearing about people, being hung by the white supremacists. Okay, what's going on now when they have no clue how to run a campaign? And it's so obvious. There's 40% of this country, no matter what you say, I'm not trying to change 40% of the people. Some people are just aren't educated, and Senator Obama says, this is going to take some time, education. The poor are screwed, and the middle class is screwed. We've got to educate people.
And these are the ones who are out there yelling, "He's an Arab. He's not a decent person."
Well, that woman doesn't know any better. And it's like when you watch those young kids in the Mideast strapping bombs, and people go, "Oh my God, let's kill every Jew." How can their parents do that? It's almost like in America. Look. I have to believe, I'm a spiritual agnostic, okay? I have to believe that this country is about 85% normal, and there's that fringe, there's the anti-Semites, there's the Klansmen. So like, my parents bought me a Little League outfit. Go get a couple of hits, kid. a Klansman family because their parents, hated blacks. Said, let's try to take in the hood a little bit.
Put them by a little
It's not
hood.
the poor kids. It's not the kids. Well, then they grow up and they do it to their children. It's because the education system is broken. And so I feel sorry for the children. That's why I feel young. You better go out and vote. This is such an important election. Everyone knows that this woman, like I don't know when she got nominated. She must have been. Look, I don't care what she did well in Alaska. I'm not going to mock, Alaskans. They liked her. She did this unethical thing. You already know that. Everyone knows this stuff. But she was probably opening the refrigerator looking for a moose pot pie. Mom, it's Senator McCain. Who's that? Who stole my dinner? He's a senator from, I don't know, I think from Utah or Arkansas.
From the lower 48. He's from the lower 48.
Whatever. And all of a sudden, you're going to be my running mate. He came over. He says, what's 2 times 5? 10. You're in.
You're in.
And then all of a sudden, look, you vote for the president. Now Obama has taken such the high road. And here's what's happened to me. The Democrats, my Democratic friends are going, and Biden was fabulous. They'll pick on one thing. He's a little verbose. 29 years. What public service? This guy is so brilliant. I happen to know the guy a little bit.
Me too.
I like the guy tremendously. And I said it to him in person. I ran into him. And, he has a voice of reason. Senator Obama, just come. Look, forget Bush. He's so happy now. He's saying, things are bad, but I'm out in 20 days. He's like Fred Astaire. 25 days. He went to the wrong country. And we talked this. The heroes are soldiers. They didn't die in vain. There are soldiers. That's why I'm talking to you. They protect our country. If Cheney, who has how they sleep at night, it's got to be either Bela Lugosi comes in and gives them something.
Right, it's an injection of some sort, clearly.
How can a lesbian, how can a homosexual, how can anyone of color, they must sneak in with and give them elephant dart stuffs in their behind. This whole thing is crazy. But I love how Obama's taking the high road. But all the Democrats say, why did he smile so much, the vice president? To be, I hope. And how come he didn't say, are you out of all the time? They're wrong. Are you kidding? You're going to be the president? If God forbid, I hope McCain lives to be 100. If he has a Band-Aid that covers his whole face and she becomes the president, she says, I can see Russia? Are you kidding? If you're reasonable, oh my God. I'm sorry, I rambled. I followed four intellectuals. But I'm an American. I'm not a Democrat tonight. And we have to have people. This is going to take a couple of years to fix this. And I'd rather have a guy from Harvard and an African American, and not to crap on all the people and all the damn progress we made, from Jackie Robinson to Martin Luther King. And they're doing all this character assassination. This is abominable. This is abominable. And how McCain can half-ass make believe, no.
I didn't say
no. But then he doesn't really go the full 9 yards. So that's a lot of crap.
I owe Rachel a minute.
Rachel, I adore you. I'm sorry, Rachel.
Richard
Congratulations.
Lewis, the Misery Loves Company tour continues Saturday in Washington. It's always a pleasure, sir.
Always. I'm sorry for
No. She can yell at you now. That's Countdown for this, the 1,993rd day since the declaration of mission accomplished in Iraq. I'm Keith Olbermann. Good night and good luck.